With Moak, you say he's got to be a leader for your team, but like, what kind of leader does he have to be?
You know, Scott, what Dante's got, he's got to lead by his play. He's not a vocal guy. He's not one of those kind of guys. Lead by his play. Create that enthusiasm by the way he's playing, you know, that energy. And you've seen that. You've seen that with defensive players. You can create more energy on defense than you can offense in terms of these emotions. And I don't expect Dante to be the vocal leader, but I expect him to be the physical leader, and I think he'll play on that.
There's rumors, there's people saying it's true. He can run a 4.2 40.
He runs real fast, Scott. He is the fastest defensive lineman that I've ever coached. So, you know, he's on the edge. And again, people get optimistic, okay, that's a pass rusher. Well, but you got to do more than pass rush. You know, you got to play the run and the power in this conference. And so Dante's a strong kid. He had a very good spring. I think he's got a very good understanding of what he's got to do to be the complete player. But he has the speed. You know, that's God gift. I mean, that's something that he can do so he can make up for some deficiencies.
And then kind of staying with the defense, I mean, obviously the secondary's had some issues, but like what what kind of, I mean, I don't know if there's any wholesale changes you can do, or what kind of tactical changes that you can do to make it improve.
Well, and Scott, that's a fair question. You know, in coaching, the thing you have to coach is confidence. And you can take an average player and make him a really good player if he's confident in what he's doing. And I just don't, we've never had confidence. I think it's been a false confidence because we've played some good defensive games the last couple of years. No question. Fresno last year, very good one. I thought, we've got a chance now. But it wasn't the true confidence of knowing that your skills are at this level and you can do this with those skills. And that's part of coaching, and that's where, you know, where I come in terms of just providing those defensive coaches with my thoughts from an offensive perspective of, here's what these guys I think can do now. You guys got to take them and develop these talents and skills and coach them. When you have confidence, especially on defense and in our secondary, that's, I mean, those are the guys that have to have that confidence. You got a chance to be really good, and yeah, the bigger, the faster, the stronger, all that's great and dandy, but sometimes you don't have that. And as I told everybody here, the thing I've been disappointed in with our defense is just the inconsistency that you know, there was no dependability. And so there's so much pressure on that offense to be good. And sometimes that's not fair to Cat because I'm on him so strong. You know, the poor guy can't throw an incompletion.
And then Bradison came in, and you got Ward too. Those two together, are they instilling that confidence, or what are they bringing in?
Well, Mike is good, Scott. He's in charge of the whole secondary, and then James coaches the corners.
Right.
And I think they fit in very well. I think Mike has been a big help to James. I think again, Mike is one of those guys that you know, there's not much gray area. You know, it's you either made the play or you didn't. You're in the right place or the wrong place, and that's what the kids got to hear. You know, there can't be, well, you're getting there. I think we've got to say you're either there or you're not, and if you're not there, let's get them there. And so what Andy and Mike bring to the table is they know Nevada football. They know me. They know what I'd like to see. And again, I've told her I don't expect miracles, but I expect us to be a better defense that can play with some consistency.
I know you're not much of a polls guy, but is number 2, is that kind of where you expect it to be, or?
I mean, you know, who knows? You know, no. I mean, I don't even. I give it no thought, to be honest with you. You know, I mean, I always feel we're in the upper echelon. I feel we compete at that level, and we know there's one school with a target on its back. We got to find a way to win.
And is there any added, I know obviously you're here to win every game. You don't want to lose.
Right.
But is there an added emphasis that this is Boise State's last year in the WAC, and this could be your time to take them down finally?
You know, I'm sure, Scott, at that time there will be. You know, right now, no. I mean, our kids, they know it's the last year for Boise, but that's 12 games down the road. And, you know, we aren't good enough to say, well, we're going to go through this team. We just aren't that good, you know, to be in that capacity. We're going to have to watch ourselves. This is a tough football conference right now. And I'm sure when Boise, you know, it'll be mentioned. I mean, the press is going to, we're going to do it. It's their last time, sure. But it's still Boise State. They're still the team that you've got to beat to win a conference championship. And we've got to make sure that game is a conference championship game.
And then lastly, everybody's talking about Vi and, you know, the solid running back corps that you have, but you say Mike Ball might be the best back you have, and he only played one game last year. just talk about him.
That's a good point. And we were disappointed in Scott because he got that, his head got a little bit too big, and I think Mike thought that every time he was going to touch the ball, he'd score and did. But he's a good kid. He had a great spring. Can he beat Vi out? I'm not sure about that, but he can give him a lot of competition and play a lot of football for us. Vi has proved himself, and Ball needs to.